Hello and welcome to the SM Astro channel. We shall talk about Mars transiting into Sagittarius sign on 28th of December 2023 and will remain in this sign till 5th of February 2024 in combustion state. Mars in Sagittarius inspires us to dream big. It inspires us to seek knowledge and spiritual growth too. Whether through long distance travel or knowledge or guidance from elders, this energy pushes us towards personal, spiritual, and intellectual growth. It is the time to find your true self. You have the courage and confidence to speak about what you believe is right and ethical. However, it can also make you obsessed with your own viewpoint, and you may not like to consider or value the views of others. This stubbornness can lead to arguments and fights. Let us begin with the assessment for Aries Ascendant. For Aries Ascendant and sign, Mars rules your first house and 8th house and is transiting into the 9th house. This is a very favorable time in matters of self-development, growth, the support of luck and father. Your Ascendant Lord is transiting into the 9th house of destiny, luck, fortune, hence points towards a lot of auspiciousness in these matters. The first Lord is associated with the 5th house Lord in 9th house and is aspected by the 9th house Lord. So the Lords of all Trikons have a relation with them. The Lords of all the trine houses have a relations with them. Some major event or positive events is possible in January month due to this combination. This can be a time where you could be full of energy and enthusiasm. You can experience success and experience heightened support of luck. Your intellect will also support you. There can be heightened flow of energy directed towards bosses and superiors, father, religion, spirituality, teachers, gurus. And it is important to not allow anger, ego to overcome you in these matters, or else you could experience sudden issues with them. With Mercury and Venus seated 12th to this Mars until 6th of January, relationship can be spoilt due to poor communication. Venus will continue to be 12th from Mars and Sun, and hence relationship can be a big challenge for you if you cannot control ego or aggression. With your hard work and intelligence, you may succeed in foreign related ventures. It is an excellent time for foreign travel and foreign related business. This transit can also benefit you from ancestral properties and family business. Gains from properties and land is also on the cards. You can also make long-term investments and benefit from them in the future. It is an excellent transit for college and postgraduate students. You can also travel or think of going abroad for education. You can also pursue research activities in various fields. It is also a good time for students in science and medical field. This transit may, however, direct your aggression towards government, and you may be feeling inclined to raise your voice in issues and in matters of religion and dharma. It is important to keep a cool head as this transit promises heightened aggression and is bad for relationships. You can also face troubles from government if you do raise your voice against certain issues. Luck is likely to support you as there is an exchange between the 1st house Lord and the 9th house Lord, which is extremely beneficial and is a Raj Yoga in its own kind. You can also gain a lot from this period both materialistically and spiritually. Family traditions, culture, etc. will appeal to you and you will find this very important. This is a very powerful transit for Aries Ascendant. Wear and use red color as much as possible to reap even better rewards from this transit. Let us now talk about Taurus Ascendant or Taurus sign. So for Taurus Ascendants, your 7th house Lord and your 12th house Lord is transiting into the 8th house. The 7th house Lord moving to the 8th house may not indicate good for marriage, but since Venus is there in the 7th house, it will stabilize matters at least up to 18th of Jan. Things can be a little difficult in this regard after that. You may face troubles or issues with in-laws also during this transit. So both relations with spouse and in-laws can be a little difficult, especially in the second half of this January period. Anger and ego issues can cause problems with in-laws and spouse as well. Keeping secrets from spouse will cause troubles. Keeping secrets from business partners can also be troublesome for your relations with them. It is also the time when secrets could reveal itself. You can also find out secrets of your spouse and business partners which they may have been hiding from you. This can be a good transit in matters of ancestral property with Mercury joining Sun and Mars in the month of January. This transit will also open up windows for foreign settlement. Those who have been trying for this, you can expect good results. The exchange between the 8th house and the 12th house forms a very strong Vipreet Raj Yoga. Visas are likely to be approved. Long distance or foreign travel is very likely. Keep it all secret until the final approval. Staying away from home is very much on the cards due to this transit. Do keep an eye on your parents' health. Be careful of fire and heavy machinery. If your romantic partner has been keeping secrets from you, or you have been keeping secrets from him or her, it could come to limelight. There could also be sudden issues with friends or siblings. Arguments are likely and could be very passionate, and you could be very passionate and obsessed with fulfilling your desires. Medical professions, lawyers, exporters, importers stand to gain from this transit. Watch out for troubles from government and police. Taxation issues could also prop up. Control your urge to eat too much of spicy food, or else you can have some minor health issues. Moving on to Gemini. So for Gemini natives and signs, Mars rules your 6th house and 11th house and is transiting into the 7th house. Mars is in its MKS house, which is the house where it feels very uncomfortable. It is the house of death of Mars. It is extremely bad for marriage and spouse and business partnerships. Relationships can suffer. There can be health issues to spouse as well. It is also bad in matters of relations with your own in-laws and in matters of ancestral property and gains from investments, from old investments. There can be ego and extreme anger issues with spouse, business partners and in-laws. The time is extremely bad till 7th of Jan especially. There can be communication gap and trust issues. Separation chances are also there. Therefore, put in all your effort into protecting your relationship. Strengthen Jupiter, which will try to protect your marriage and your relations with your business partners. There is an exchange between the 11th house lord and the 7th house lord, which will provide protection. You can gain from friends and colleagues. However, there are also chances of extramarital relations. So be careful. Things can improve a bit from 8th of Jan, but still be very mindful during this transit. Don't blame spouse or partner for events happening in life. Do not blame them for every incident that keeps happening during this transit. Self-employment opportunities will also present itself, and you can gain from friends and colleagues and social network. Career can be good. This is a good time for export-import, foreign dealings, people in travel business and people involved in any kind of teamwork. You can also gain from the help of siblings, your own talent, skill, and there can be gain from travels. You might feel bounded, restricted or controlled in relationships, but it is important to realize excess of anything is bad. You are full of energy and passion and desires, but you have to channel this energy in right direction. Your spouse may be restricting you to prevent overflow of energy and emotions in form of anger or the outside world, cause if that happens, it will cause bad name to you. So any restrictions that your spouse may be imposing upon you may turn out to be for your own betterment. During this transit, alliances could be broken and image could be tarnished. Should be very careful. You do, however, stand to gain in matters of career. Use your energy towards this. This transit is also an excellent time for sportsmen. Chant the Bij mantra of Mars Om Angangarkai Nama to reduce the negative effects of this transit. Moving on to Cancer. For Cancer, Mars rules your 5th house and your 10th house and is transiting into the 6th house. Mars is the Yoga Karak planet for Cancer ascendants. It is also in conjunction with Sun, which is your 2nd house lord. Till 7th of Jan, you are the king, you are the ultimate warrior. You are like Hercules, undefeatable, unconquerable. You can easily win all competitions, win court cases, win legal battles, crack interviews, excel in job, excel in career, defeat diseases, repay loans, easily win all conflicts and struggles. This is a good time to make money from career. You can also expect bonus and rewards. You may, however, have the tendency to be aggressive with your co-workers, and that can cause you some harm. It is extremely important to be highly disciplined during this time. You will be full of energy and enthusiasm. However, channel this energy in the right and positive directions. Do not channel this energy into conflicts and fights with your co-workers. It is also advisable to spend some energy in gym or exercise, or else the excess energy will burst into colleagues and you can become a workaholic, working day and night, and it can seriously spoil relationships, especially with spouse, as Ketu is also aspecting your 7th house. Exchange between 10th house lord and 6th house lord means good career wise. Appreciation from boss and superiors is possible. There can also be benefits from government. It is also a good time to apply for government jobs. You need to, however, watch out for your health. Take care of your eyes especially. Mercury transit in further can bring you some health issues and raise conflicts. Children can face some health issues, and so could father. With Rahu in 9th house and Mars aspecting it, father could go through some issues and also be prone to anger and rude behavior. Your father may speak to you rudely or in anger. There could be a struggle within the maternal family as well. Maintain a cool, calm head to maintain relations with co-workers and spouse. Exercise and spend some energy. Look to win competitions. Spend your energy in competitions in physical sports. Look to win legal battles as well. For Leo ascendants or Leo sign, Mars rules your 9th house and 4th house. It is a Yogakaraka planet and is transiting into the auspicious house, which is 5th house. All three trine lords have relation with each other, which is a very fantastic yoga. This can be a very auspicious transit, and you can see positivity in matters of fortune, health, children, and many other areas in life. This transit can be a very important transit for Leo ascendants. Your energy would be towards your children, your creativity, love affairs if you are single. This is the transit when you could shine and gain in matters of college education, love affairs, and through your own creativity and intellect. It is an excellent time if you are in entertainment or glamour industry. Artists stand to gain from this transit. There is exchange between 9th house and 5th house lord and promises excellent fortune and luck in these matters. You can outshine others during this period quite easily. For students wanting to travel abroad or pursue higher studies, it is an excellent time to prepare for it. The Leo natives also stand to gain from children. However, avoid any anger and ego issues with them. Do not scold them strongly for their mistakes, or else relations could be affected and could leave a scar on their minds for a very long time. You can be very passionate and aggressive about your love relationship and can go to any extent to please your partner. Your energy and focus would be on giving full attention to your partner. You can take outings and trips with your loved one during this transit. Your focus could also be on speculative activities, and though this transit seems very favorable from this point of view, as the wealth and income lord Mercury would also join this Mars from 7th of Jan, but you should still use your intellect and not play blindly. It is important to be cautious and not go overboard, as there are risks associated with speculation always. There can be gain from land and properties, and you could also make some investment during this period and gain in future through this investment, or you may gain your old investments could give you some sudden profit, sudden rise in valuation during this period. It is also the time to enhance your career with your own effort and intellect. There can be issues and conflicts with in-laws during this transit, and it is essential that you speak to them in a proper tone of voice. It is also important to stay away from substances of abuse and addiction during this transit. Your ascendant lord is in conjunction with Mars, which will provide you courage and energy to outperform others. However, may also give you some kind of anger issues. Overall, this is a good auspicious transit for Leo and make full benefit of it. Moving on to Virgo. Virgo ascendants and Virgo signs. Mars rules your 3rd house and your 8th house and is transiting into the 4th house. The Lord of Obstacles and Efforts is in 4th house with the Lord of 5th house Lord. You stand to gain from properties and land. There could be expense in matters of home and vehicle. Siblings and neighbors can be of great help during this transit. With your efforts, you could gain in fixed assets, but on the flip side, you would also have to put your effort and energy in maintaining cordial environment at home and look after mother. It is not a good transit in matters of mother and home environment. You could gain from properties, fixed assets, etc. But you have to take care of your home environment and take care of your mother as well. Any health issue to her, and it is important you consult a doctor immediately. Mother could also be very strict with you, and it is important that you treat her with respect like you always do and not lose your temper. The more aggressive the environment at home, the more powerful Mars will be in causing negative effect and creating obstacles in your life. Superstition could also cloud your better judgment. You can be also prone to anger issues and at home and with spouse. Offer red fruits to poor or animals every Sunday and Tuesday to reduce negative effects of this transit. Offer fruits at least till 16th of Jan or 15th of Jan on Sundays. On Tuesdays you can continue till the entire period of this transit. You could also be away from home for quite some time during this transit, or you may feel the urge to be away from home for some time and take a break from domestic life. The exchange between 8th house and 4th house Lord confirms sudden events in regard to properties and fixed assets. You can expect things to be positive as long as you control your anger and aggression. It is important to not allow any third-party interference in your home. Outside energy will only cause you negative impact. There could be interference from in-laws as well, and it is better if you deal with these issues diplomatically and let this transit pass without any major damages to relationship and environment at home. Keep family matters within the four walls of the home. Neighbors and society would love to gossip about you. Don't add any fuel to fire and remain quiet. Keep matters within four walls. In matters of career, it is important to not make any impulsive decisions and avoid ego clashes with bosses and superiors. It is important not to take decisions in anger and frustration. Chant the Mars mantra Om Ang Angarkaya Nama to reduce the negative effects of this transit. For Libra natives and Libra sign, Mars rules your 2nd house and 7th house and is transiting into the 3rd house. There is an exchange between the 3rd house Lord and the 7th house Lord. The 2nd house Lord going into the 3rd house means good for wealth and savings. In matters of wealth, this transit can be quite good for you. It is in conjunct with 11th house Lord and promises excellent returns for efforts. You can also fulfill your desires through your own efforts and hard work. Means your efforts will be rewarded during this transit. With your courage, skill and effort, you could gain a lot. You could also multitask and take up multiple goals or work during this transit. It is an excellent time for sportsmen and you could advance a lot in career. Team sports is better if you are in any kind of team sports, then the time is even more better for you than those who are in single or individual sports. It is an excellent time to enhance your skill and talent and is also good for short travels. You would be full of energy, courage and passion during this time. Partnerships and relationships would require effort and time, and you could come out stronger in relations. Luck will favor you in these matters. Partners can be beneficial to you and you can also put in extreme efforts towards love marriage and be very courageous in these matters and also gain from this period. Both the 3rd house and the 7th house are houses of desire and passion, and the exchange between these two house lords point at heightened passion and desires. It is important to maintain balance between pragmatism and aspirations. It is nice to set high goals and you could achieve them during this transit, but don't let ego come in any way of success. Family may also demand extra time from you and effort. It is important to watch out for health and ensure you are not overeating. Also ask siblings to take care of health. Avoid anger and ego clashes with them, and relation with sibling can be then good. It is also a good time for those who want to apply for any post in army or in police. It is better to avoid investment in properties at this time and also avoid conflicts and arguments in workplace. If you have been battling court cases, you can expect some good news on this front during this transit. Any application of loan is also likely to be approved. Moving on to Scorpio, ascendant and signs. For Scorpio, Mars rules your first house and sixth house and is transiting into the second house. There is also an exchange between the lords of second house and sixth house. It is an excellent time to apply for jobs and seek promotion or change in job. There is a very high possibility of you gaining wealth from job and profession. Wealth can also be generated from long trips or foreign associations or foreign trips. Your entire energy would be diverted towards family, wealth and career. You could gain from properties and from the advice of others. You would be attracted to your family and want to spend more time with them and be protective of your family and family members. You could, however, be very aggressive if someone were to spread a word against your family. If someone were to speak anything against your family, go against your family, you could become very aggressive. It is important you keep your focus and divert your energy into financial matters during this transit, because this is where you can gain a lot from this transit. You will also be extra attached to your children. You can also have inclination towards hot spicy food, tendency to overeat. You could feel hungry frequently during this transit. It is very important to regularly consume water, as this would help in quenching your hunger to an extent, and also because Sun, Mars and the fiery sign is placed in the second house and it can cause you dryness and dehydration issues. Therefore, consuming or drinking lots of water, appropriate amount of water, is extremely important during this transit. Do take care of your eyes, ears, teeth, food habits and stomach. Do also watch out for your speech. Do watch out for the tone of your speech, how you speak. You are likely to be speaking in very aggressive and rude tone. Please avoid it, or else there could be struggles within family and colleagues and friends. You would be speaking in authoritative and dynamic manner. However, do not bring any hint of arrogance or rudeness in your tone. There can be serious conflict and fights in college for college students, so remain calm, avoid any kinds of arguments or any such scenario. Post-graduation students could be spending some of their family wealth during this transit. And also, for single boys and girls, men and women, if you are in a relationship, there can be some argument with your partner. There are also chances of meeting someone from the other caste as well and crossing boundaries during this transit. For Sagittarius ascendants and Sagittarius sign, Mars rules your 5th house and your 12th house and is transiting into the 1st house with the 9th house lord. There is also an exchange between the 1st house lord and the 5th house lord. All Trikona lords, all the trine houses lords have relations with each other, and this can be very auspicious and a very important transit for you all. This is an excellent transit. Ride your luck and make most of it. This is the time to sharpen your wit and intelligence. Listen to your own self. You can be your best advisor during this transit. But don't be arrogant or egoistic or given to anger issues. Don't be overconfident. Mars here can give you anger issues. Therefore, keep a calm head, and your own intellect, creativity and wisdom is likely to benefit you a lot. Luck is riding side by side and you have a lot to gain from this transit. Your self-confidence, courage, energy, activeness will be at an all-time high. In fact, you could be hyperactive. So, churn some energy in gym or exercise. Calm yourself before you go off to sleep, or that extra energy may not let you sleep peacefully. It is important to take care of your health during this time. Consume lots of water, as there can be chances of dehydration or shortage of water in your body. Drink appropriate amount of water. Those in ancestral business, law, medical, export-import sector can gain a lot. It is also an excellent transit for college students and people in creative field. People in entertainment industry, creative and artists can look to gain a lot from this transit. For single boys and men and girls, you could also be falling in love with someone during this transit. And you can also be very courageous in these matters. You may be thinking of approaching someone since a long time. This transit will provide you the courage to approach that person. Relations with spouse or partners could be a challenge during this transit. Relations with mother-in-law or in-laws can also be challenging. Relationship with your own mother can also be very challenging. You could, however, gain from properties and land. A foreign trip is also possible. It is overall a good transit for you. Make the most of it. For Capricorn ascendants and Capricorn sign, Mars rules your 4th house and your 11th house and is transiting into the 12th house of losses and foreign travels. There is an exchange between the 4th house lord and the 12th house lord. Firstly, this exchange between 4th house and 2nd house signifies change of home, city or even country. For those looking to settle in foreign or looking for a foreign trip, this is a very good time. Or for those of you who have been looking to change your home, change your city, this time can fructify results towards those things. This transit will keep your home, properties, fixed assets in focus. There could be sudden expense as well in matters of home or vehicle. Mother can be your best advisor or guide during this transit. She can also be quite spiritual at this time and may experience loneliness and isolation issues. It is important that you share your thoughts with her and keep her company. Her advice is also going to benefit you a lot during this transit. One thing you need to be very careful of is that there can be false allegations and cause disrepute to you during this transit. It is therefore extremely important to avoid any fights, arguments and clashes, as it can also invite legal troubles. There can be sudden losses and health issues. Your energy could mostly be directed towards solving legal issues and paying medical bills during this transit. The income lord is in the house of expense and hence can also lead to difficulty in savings, and again points towards your energy and your resources being utilized towards solving legal issues and paying medical bills. There can be disputes and problems with friends and social network as well. It may also be difficult to fulfill your desires during this transit. There can be obstacles and difficulties regarding income and desire fulfillment. Gain from old investments can, however, be expected. I know I am not bringing any good news for you, but as an astrologer, it is my duty to present an honest picture to you. I am sorry for all the negative news that I am bringing because of this transit, but this is what the picture seems like. There can also be problems with in-laws and you can have serious issues with them also, or they can have some serious troubles in their own life. Therefore, it is important that you do not be aggressive with them during this transit. Environment at home can also be difficult, and so can be relations with spouse. You can also feel spiritually inclined during this transit, and this is the way how you can reduce negative effects of this transit. Practice meditation, spend some time alone with yourself and reflect on your goals, desires and relationships. This is a good transit in matters of competitions and jobs. Those involved in law field or medical field can expect good benefits from this transit. Drive with extreme caution and take care of your feet and eyes. To reduce the negative effects of this bad transit, chant the Bij mantra of Mars, which is Om Ang Angarkaya Nama, chanted 108 times daily, begin from Tuesdays. Chant it in morning, sit east facing and chant it before 11 am. You can also donate red items on Tuesdays to reduce the negative effects of this transit. Moving on to Aquarius. For Aquarius ascendants and signs, Mars owns your 3rd house and 10th house and is transiting into your 11th house. There is also an exchange between the 3rd house lord and 11th house lord. The lord of effort and karma is an income house. A lot can be gained from effort and career during this transit. There is a golden chance to grow professionally. Use your entire effort to fulfill your income and desires. You can also benefit from short travels or younger siblings and neighbors. Neighbors can also be helpful to you during this transit, and it is also a good time to apply for government jobs or any dealings with the government. Ego clashes and aggression with friends and social network is not advisable. It is an excellent time for sportsmen, for startups, promotion of brands. If you want to advertise your brand or initiate a startup, this is a very good time for you. For people associated in IT, media, communication sector, singers, artists, transport, people associated with travel industry, this time is good for you. It is also a good time for teachers, universities, students pursuing post-graduation courses. It is also good for your father and for people who are involved in ancestral business. It is a good time to take benefit from government also. So apply for government jobs. You fill up that government tenders and contracts and you're likely to win those contracts. It is also a good transit for those who are politicians or involved in politics. You can rise during this time. Public support is also possible for you. It is also a good time for any kind of competitions and interviews. It can be, however, be a little difficult in matters of love and romance and children. In career and income related matters, this is a good transit for you. Moving on to Pisces. For Pisces ascendant and sign, Mars rules your 2nd house and 9th house and is transiting into your 10th house. There is also an exchange between the 10th house and the 2nd house lord. It is an excellent time for accumulation of wealth and resources. Luck will also favor you in matters of career. Mars is extremely comfortable in this house and has directional strength. It is very strong and is very willing to give out its positive results related to this house. It knows what it wants to do and has clear vision. Therefore, you can expect to have clear vision, clear goals, clear mindset and clear set of goals for your career during this transit. If you want to make any proper planning for the future, you can also do this during this time. Set up goals for yourself and you are likely to achieve them in the future. This is a very good transit in matters of career for Pisces ascendants and Pisces sign. Much can be gained by following ethical ways in career. University and university students can gain a lot. Long travels can be beneficial. Father's advice and ancestral business will grow. Father's advice will be very useful for you. Ancestral business is likely to grow. These are also time for good government job prospects. You want to apply for any government job, go ahead and do this during this transit. You want to apply for government tenders or contracts, go ahead and do this. If you have any work pending with the government, get it done during this transit. It is also an excellent time for politicians. You can also expect public support during this period. You should try to come under limelight and spend some time with the public to gain much attention and appreciation and popularity among the general public. You can accumulate wealth and grow in profession, and you must use your entire energy towards this direction during this transit. Support of family is also expected. It is also good for ancestral property. Gains from land and properties is also expected. There can also be a purchase of new vehicle or property. This can also be good for people in army and police and other kinds of courageous jobs like firefighters, etc. Surgeons, doctors, etc. also can benefit from this transit. It is also a good time for lawyers. Overall, for any kind of profession you are in, this is a good transit. Avoid aggression and ego in career or within family. You would be highly energetic and passionate about work and feel very confident during this transit. It is also a good transit for college students, artists, and for matters of love affairs. It is an excellent transit. Just speak politely. You may want to speak in a very commanding and authoritative tone, but speak with wisdom and much can be gained. Progress in job and victory in competition is also very likely. It is a good time for defeating your diseases and winning court cases. Practice strict discipline and you can reap excellent rewards from this transit. I hope you do like the video. Please do share it with your friends, family, relatives, and do subscribe to the SM Astro channel. Thank you for watching. Wish you all the best.